5, 4, 3, 2. How you feeling?
Fuck. I'm great, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling absolutely fantastic. We got a few things we want to talk about today. So let's start with our sponsor, Winners at Risk Clothing. So that's winnersAtRiskClothing.com. I'll put a link down here. Go ahead and get your urban wear, something that people don't have yet. You're not going to see everybody rocking that. Like, that's something new, and what they represent is something special too. So check them out. That's
Yes,
Winners
sir.
at Risk Clothing. On Instagram, it is winners@risk_clothing. So
Shout out to God. There you go.
Oh, you want to do shout out? Yeah, go ahead with the shout out.
Just a quick shout out to God, man. Shout out to you if you wash in and behind your ear. It's very important. Hygiene.
Okay. Shout outs to the supporters. Shout out to the followers. If you have seen any of these following anime, shout out to you.
Anime?
Baki, King and Ashura. And I'll put everything down here so you can see it. Baki, King and Ashura, Naruto. I'm gonna leave it at that.
I like Initial D.
Yeah. If you have seen either one of those, shout out to you.
For sure.
So I have this thing where I think you can tell a lot about a person and their interests based on their social media explore pages and their YouTube recommended videos.
Okay.
Right? So what I want to do now is let's swap phones and we'll check each other's Instagram's explore page to see what we like.
Alright, let's do it. Let me see here. Let's see here. Explorer page. What is an Explorer page?
You see the magnifying glass at the bottom?
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So it's refreshed.
It is now refreshed.
All right. So let's go ahead and switch, and then we'll talk about each other's Explorer page. I see you got a smirk on your face, man. You must got something nice.
I mean, not really, but it's like...
We'll see.
Here.
All right. That's mine.
Well, I've never seen so many dicks.
Stop. Stop playing. Bro, why you got makeup tutorials on here?
All right.
I see fingernails. That's the first thing I see is fingernails.
Fingernails.
All right. Big Boy. So there's a clip from a Big Boy interview, the radio host. He's such a great interviewer. Hilarious dude. Okay.
I have Tori stood up and was the same exact height. There's a couple memes on here.
Bro, I'm a memer. That's I don't know if I believe it, but if Tory Lanez is only 5'3", yikes.
And what was it, 130?
Yikes. Like I said, I don't know if it's true, but if that is the case, yikes, man. Micah has a picture here on his Explore page. It's of Migos. It's actually just Takeoff, my personal favorite Migo. He's counting up. Yeah, he's counting up gold bricks. I guess that's what you call it. I don't know, but yeah, he's the best Migo. He's the best Migo. All right, so it locked. So as a whole,
I'm still scrolling. I see a lot of football clips here.
Yep. Like if you look on my Explore page, you'll see sports stuff, music stuff, and memes.
Oh, all right. We heading over to YouTube.
And Micah had a lot of music stuff on it. Yours was kind of diverse.
For sure, man. Let's see what we got on the tube. Do you have the app? Hold up.
Oh, you pulling up the YouTube one now?
Yeah,
right,
let's bust that one out.
All right. Now, what I was expecting to see when I saw Micah's was like ass, because that's a lot of guys' Explore page. So I guess my point with that was like, how much are we limiting our distractions? So if you look on my page, you're not going to see much ass or anything.
Right.
Even when I do see it, I'll click the button that says not interested. So I don't see those pop up anymore. And it's not because I don't like ass. Trust me, I love it as much as the next man.
Shout out to the ass.
But it's like, you got to limit some of your distractions. So if I see that, I'll just cut it out. So when I'm on social media, it's just purely entertainment. Hip hop, memes, sports. That's what I'm into.
Right. Not a pathway into almost fucking up your relationship.
Yes,
good shit, man. Very smart, man.
It's a mental exercise. So are you on your YouTube?
Here it is.
All right. Swap. All right. So
swap
now
around.
we're not going to go into our searches. We're just going to go into the homepage and see what's recommended.
The homepage.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a UFC fight.
Yep.
I see some stand-up comedy. What you said, Jeremiah Phillips.
What's up, G?
Yeah, that nigga hella funny. Shout out to him. Those skits, man. Would you be interested in doing some skits?
That's what I've wanted to do years ago. Right now, I don't know. I guess I'd be open to it. And speaking of skits, I see Big Ja. Big Ja's hilarious.
To the max.
Yo, to the max. Yamage. So, trying to tender those loins.
For real.
Let me see. Okay, I see some Fight Pro. Oh, this is the 3-on-3 fighting. That stuff is crazy. So it's like 3 guys on 2 different teams. So it's 6 total guys. And they fight in this rectangle. It's very closed in, so you can't run away. So you fight like one at a time. And it's a 3-on-3. It's like, it's dope. Future got a video out for Riding Strikers. Damn, your homepage is pretty dope. Entanglement.
Fuck that shit.
I see that. Look at this. Okay, I see skits here. We got a lot of similar things.
Yeah, I see fighting, comedy. I see a lot of fighting right here.
Cool. All right, so on your Explore, you got like a little bit of music stuff, but you have a lot of comedy stuff. Interesting. So that tells just what we spend our time looking at. Yeah, so experiment completed. And honestly, I think the cool takeaway from that is we actually have a lot of interests, similar interests. And I think that overlaps. That makes this work out great, fantastically.
For sure.
All right, so earlier we were talking about money and stuff. And
yeah,
we came up on the topic of saving, right? Go ahead and start with that. Where do you want to take that?
So recently I woke up and there was an article that said Kanye West is going to do a deal with The Gap. So I said, let me go check up on that. Let me see what The Gap's stock price is at right now. It's like $12.07.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? I'll put 100 on it.
Okay.
Drop 100. See where it goes. He's going to be in a 10-year deal with him. So that's plenty of room for growth. For sure. Especially with his style of clothing at affordable prices. So that's probably just going to be flying off the shelf. In addition to that, it's like at $12.89 and it was at $13 earlier. So I'm like, okay.
So
might be onto something.
So you did your research. You found out that Kanye had the deal. Then you did your research. Then you made some quick investments. Okay.
What about you, man? How do you usually save?
So, because what you're talking about, that's smart. What you're talking about, it sounds more like investing. As far as saving, the way I've been doing it for a few years, and actually, I'm glad you brought that up because I want to learn more about investing. But saving for me is like, whenever I get paid, a certain amount, no matter what bills are due, is going straight to my savings. So they try to teach you 10%, try to do 15%. But for me, it's between that range. So 10 to 15% of everything I get is automatically going to savings.
You pay yourself first.
Exactly. That part. And then after that, it's like I'll pay my bills and then whatever I have left, I'll exist off of that for the next week or 2 weeks till I get paid again. Then the cycle repeats. But investing, though, that's what I want to learn more about. So the way you do it, you're actively investing in stocks.
Well, I do want to say I messed up and I didn't follow through on this one called Canopy Growth. It was like a weed stock.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, if you see some inside information or you read something, just take it upon yourself. Take that chance because you can fucking grow with them. You don't want to look back and be like, oh, fuck.
You don't want to make that mistake. I get that. But you got to learn, and grow through it to get through it. I get that. But yeah, like I said earlier, I'm still learning about investing. So if you all have any like ideas or books and things that I should look up, like go ahead and hit us in the comments and stuff. Give us some insight as to things we should check out to help learn with investing. So I briefly mentioned how like they or the writers of books talk about saving 10 to 15%, right? And I found some of those writers through the self-help books I was reading. And then recently I realized something about self-help books. And maybe a lot of people already know it, but to me it just became like obvious. So self-help books have this thing where they try to like motivate you and obviously inspire you. Mm-hmm. But I think the problem with that is like they almost make it seem like it's not okay to have a bad day. Like if you're not feeling in 100%, you're having an off day, right? Even if that's 75 to 80%. So if you're not riding that emotional high, you ain't shit. And I think that's kind of where some of these mental illnesses are coming from. Because we're told that we're supposed to be feeling good and that we're great and we're so special. But then on the off days when you're not feeling like that, now you automatically think you have an illness.
Well, I fucking work 9 to 5 and every day isn't fucking, oh yeah, this feels like I'm at Disneyland. No, I'm working so I can provide for my household. It's not, yeah, I'm going to change 100 lives today. It's
for sure.
I'm going to change their oil and
yeah,
you feel me?
Like practically this is what you do to pay your bills. And that's what we were saying earlier. Like even as creatives, ideally we would like to be making X amount of dollars a month or a week just off of this. But until we get to that point, we still do have bills to pay. And that kind of brings me to the next topic.
Wait, real quick. I want to add to the self-help book. Like one that I do appreciate is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And that's
you want to do a top 3? I'm sorry to cut you off. Do you want to do a top 3? Right now, do you want to do a top 3?
Of self-help books?
Yeah. Or do you just want to stick to your one? We could go book for book.
Because, I have this one book.
Let's go book for book.
Okay, fuck. I wish I could remember it off the top of my head.
I'm sorry if I distracted you.
Yeah, you fucker.
My bad.
But yeah, man, real quick, Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah.
I like how it's telling you that if you manifest the thought of, okay, I'm about to provide this for a certain group of people and I'm not going to stop until it manifests, and you just go on that journey, then you can grow rich from that thought, if it makes it. Right. That's what I like about that book is like the power behind your thoughts and manifesting them.
I like the way that book is broken down because I think with each chapter it breaks down a different level of thinking or a different step to grow rich. So a very practical book process. Yes. My favorite takeaway from that book is the idea of the master group or mastermind group. So basically that's where you get together a group of people who have the same interests and goals as you.
Build upon that.
Exactly. And that's kind of how I started working on the idea of the Syndicate.
Yes, sir. Thanks for inviting me in, man. Cool shit.
I saw something in you, so I wanted to work with you.
For sure, man.
So your first book was Think and Grow Rich. My first book is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Okay. So what I thought about that book was I think it teaches you how to deal with people, just how to treat people with respect and how to compromise. So it's not so much about you influencing people for evil and always winning and getting your way. It's about how to treat people with respect and dignity, how to become likable, but also how to compromise. You get what you want and they get what they want. And it's in a peaceful, natural way. So I think that's an essential book for anybody working on themselves.
For sure, man.
You got another book or you want to?
I'd go with The 48 Laws of Power.
Ooh.
And I would say that one because it's not like, oh, I'm going to learn how to be powerful so I can be like Napoleon and conquer the world. It's no, I just need to have my own sense of power. So if someone is trying to invade upon me, I'm like, hold up. This ain't cool. That way. Right. Yeah. So that just empowers you to have like a strength behind you. Like, don't be a fucking sheep, be your own fucking source.
Here's my thing. Because when it comes to like books or ideas that teach you how to be a good person, they teach you be nice, be loving, turn the other cheek. Personally, I'm not with that. Like sometimes you need to learn how to balance that dark energy too to protect yourself. My thoughts on the 48 Laws of Power. 48 Laws of Power. It teaches you how to move in this world. You can apply it to corporate settings. Like you can apply it to various different levels of life. So for my second book, I'm going to go with How Rich People Think.
How Rich People Think.
And I think the best part about this book is the way it's written. You can read one page. So 2 pages. So on every 2 pages, it's one idea. And it's like, this is how middle-class people think. This is how rich people think. And then on the other page, it kind of gives you an example and exercises on how to work on your way of thinking. So once again, How Rich People Think, that would be my second book. The way it's written is it's easy to read. You could read a couple pages a day and have a takeaway to, work with that. And it helps you work on your way of thinking. For you to change your circumstances, you do have to actually work on your mental so you can change things on the outside. So I think that's important. But yeah, just to wrap up the whole thing about self-help books and stuff, all the books we named, in my opinion, they're factual. This is how it is. This is how you work around that. Mm-hmm. This is what you need to do to get things done. So with those books, I don't feel like they're trying to sugarcoat anything. They're not trying to make you feel good. I think the problem is with those books that make you think you're supposed to feel good all the time. At that point, we're not being realistic.
That's a fantasy lifestyle. Mm-hmm. Where only a certain amount of people live like that, and a certain amount of people can work to obtain, everything being good, just chilling every day, chilling on the yacht. But even those days, there's some bad days, And we all have them. Like, most of your days are going to be, if not bad days, just average, mediocre, bland, blah days. Mm-hmm. That's most of your life. So, no, your life isn't supposed to be lit every 24. On that note, I think we touched on everything I wanted to talk about. Did you have anything else you wanted to discuss? Shit, man. Excuse me real quick while I stretch. Yep. Earlier you were talking about a topic. Is it too late to change your path?
Oh, right. All right. So when you're young, you have energy. You got all the energy in the world. You got time ahead of you, right? You got so much potential. So when you're young, you can pretty much do anything you want. Mm-hmm. And then there comes a time, I think, where it's like, damn, maybe everything isn't working out how I thought it would be. So at what point can you change your goals and aspirations to something that's either more realistic or something that's more practical to who you are now, as opposed to who you are when you were young?
So are you talking to just the 9-to-5 people, or the creatives who are pursuing just that one lucky chance to get that one moment?
I guess right now I'm speaking to the creators. Okay. So just like I mentioned before, me and you, we're doing this, but we also have our jobs.
Certainly.
So I'm thinking, I guess my question is, at what point do you know, damn, maybe this isn't working for me. Maybe this isn't it. Maybe I should try something else. And then when do you know to keep going? How do you just find that balance, I guess? And then is it ever too late to actually change your goals and ambition?
I feel like it's never too late as far as Joe Budden. The man's was a rapper. Right. And now he flipped his career and he's one of the most profound podcasters out there right now. Yep. So it's like, you gotta, what's that shit called? Reinvent yourself.
I actually read a book. It's really called that, Reinvent Yourself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think that one is by, I don't want to mispronounce their name, but yeah, I definitely have it in my Kindle. Because right now I'm in a stage personally where it's technically we're young, but I don't want to be labeled as young anymore. I don't want to have that excuse anymore. Mm-hmm. So I'll be 30 next year. And then when I get certain questions, certain answers aren't acceptable. For example, if somebody asks me, what are your goals? What are your career goals? I can't tell people, I haven't quite figured it out yet. That's cool when you're 20, 21, 25. I feel you. But after a while, it's come on, bro. You got to have a plan. So now I feel pressure in a sense of time, because yes, I would like to be established by a certain age, and established is subjective to, whoever is being asked.
Where they are in their life.
But I also feel like you cannot avoid outside pressure. So you can ignore it, but I don't think you can avoid it. And one thing I've learned in the past year or two is people do judge you based on your status.
Certainly.
So when people ask you, what do you do? They kind of want to know how to treat you, where you rank on the social scale. So I feel that pressure, because it's also a pressure where it's like, damn, I know I'm not meeting my full potential. So it's like, all right, cool. How do I put everything together and fucking hit my stride? But I think it comes naturally, I guess. I don't know.
Just like the ugly ducking. Yeah. The ugly duckling becomes the beautiful swan type shit.
Yeah.
We're going to come into our fullness as far as what we're supposed to do in our own timing. It's like
in our own time. I like that. No, I'm just trying to do things the right way.
I feel you.
Yep. But yeah, that was pretty deep. I feel like I could have gotten more into that, but maybe we'll save that for another episode. But yeah, it is what it is. That was a pretty dope. Thank you for bringing that back. I definitely forgot.
It's all good.
Yeah, I'll close with more shout outs. Shout out to David. I see you working.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Winners at Risk Clothing. I see what y'all are doing, trying to expand your business and growth. Like, I definitely respect your mindset, Ryan. And yeah, my personal page on Instagram, WTF_Ira. Go ahead and check that out. The New Cool Syndicate on Instagram is all one word, The New Cool Syndicate. Go ahead and like some stuff, subscribe, share if anything has brought value to you. We're also on YouTube at The New Cool Syndicate and Facebook at The New Cool Syndicate, 3 words. And damn, that was a mouthful. I'm done with shout outs.
That's professional as fuck.
For sure, appreciate it.
Shit, follow me, add it to me, the Micah. I'm not sure about collaborations just yet, as far as all this reposting but I'm gonna get around to it. So thank you guys for reaching out. Keep reaching out.
For sure.
Boom.
For sure. And on that note, we out of here. This has been another episode of the New Cool Syndicate podcast.
There it
is. We'll see y'all next week. Thank you for listening.
Hey.